All right. Good morning. Uh, let me. I went ahead and I did something. Uh, not. I did things out of order. When you when you go and you do these live things, you gotta allow for. There's some stuff you got to do ahead of time. Let's just say that. And I did not get those things done before I pressed live. So the share. Great. All right. Well, this is actually good. The fact that this has happened and I did things out of order because it has something to do actually with the video. um, I'm tired. Didn't sleep very well last night. Stayed up. Things on my mind, and I just yeah, I slept like just a few hours, and so I'm tired. And the Bible actually talks about being tired. And really, the problem is what happens because you're tired. And maybe it's not talking about physical tiredness, um, but he's talking about uh, just kind of the effects. So, like when you're tired, you don't think straight. Maybe you're just a little bit lazy. Maybe you just are not, you're not all there, and it's because you're tired. Well, First Thessalonians chapter 5, um, starting in verse 1, it says, "Now concerning the times and the seasons, brothers, you have no need to have anything written to you, for you yourselves are fully aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. While people are saying, 'There is peace and security,' then sudden destruction will come upon them as labor pains come upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape." So Peter actually says something that's very similar to this. People are saying, "Where's the Christ?" He's delayed in his coming. And the days and the seasons, they continue on just as they were from the beginning. Where is he? And so they're not aware. They're not thinking straight um, in their lives as Christians because they don't see this imminent coming. They're not prepared for it, and so they're not thinking straight. Verse 4, he says, "But you are not in darkness, brothers, for that day to surprise you like a thief. For you are all children of light, children of the day. We're not of the night or of the darkness. So then let us not sleep as others do, and let us keep awake and be sober." So the idea here is not, it actually doesn't have anything to do with alcohol, sober. It's talking about being in the right mind. Being sober minded means that are you're completely conscious. You are aware. There's self discipline, self control. All of that's happening. You are thinking with your right mind. Let us keep awake and be sober. For those who sleep, sleep at night, and those who get drunk are drunk at night. Okay, maybe it does have a little bit to do with that alcohol, but it's true that the idea that's being relayed here, he's not talking about alcohol. He's not talking about sleeping in a bed. He's talking about awareness, being aware, having our consciences, right, and being able to discern and think uh, about the Christ and his coming. But since we belong to the day, let us be sober, having put on the breastplate of faith and love, and as a helmet, the hope of salvation. For God is not destined us to wrath, but to obtain salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for us so that whether we are awake or whether we sleep, we might live with him. Whether we are alive or dead, we belong to Jesus. Now, I think this has some other application, as well. The context and what's being said here is about being ready and being aware that Jesus is coming. And that day should not surprise us like a thief. Like a thief in the night comes. You don't know when he's coming. You don't know how he's going to come. You don't know what entrance of the house he's going to come in. You don't know what hour. You don't know all of those things. Um, and we don't know when Christ is going to come. But are we going to be prepared? Are we going to be prepared for that? Um, Also, um, are we aware that being not sober in our thinking um, can develop for a lot of things? One, it can actually develop because of your lack of sleep, just like me today. I'm not all there. I'll go ahead and say that. Um, but there are other things that prevent us from having the right mind about Christ in our everyday walk. There's sin and there's distractions, and these things tempt us and pull us away and get us thinking like the world. And when we're thinking like the world and we're binded with the foolishness of the world, we're not thinking straight. We are not thinking in godly ways. We are making friendship with the world and we're making enmity with God. So this is an encouragement, I hope, for you to look around and to be aware of Christ in your life through the Word, through God's providential care, um, in the salvation that you have, and the hope and the faith that you have to lead you into that eternal home. Whether we are awake or whether we are asleep, we are His. And I hope that we're living that way. I hope that we are living for Jesus in that way. Thanks so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great rest of their week.